We now need to start looking at how we add part references to parts of a mechanism, an assembly, a component in an Autocad mechanical drawing. Now to do this we need to go to our Annotate tab here on the ribbon, or we can go to our Annotate pull down on the menu bar as well. You can see that there's part reference there, and there's also on the Annotate tab part reference here. If I click on the little down arrow here, I can create a part reference. So what I do now is select a point, or if I right click there, block, copy, reference. I'll just hit escape there once. I need to select a point. Now I'm going to cancel that there because I've clicked without selecting a part. So I'll cancel that there and I'll go back to part reference and create. I'm going to zoom in here on my plan view, and as you can see, look, there's my conveyor belt bracket and there's my steel column. Now these are very basic drawings. I'm not going to go into any real depth or detail, but now it says select point. So I select a point there, and the name of that is going to be a conveyor bracket. So I type in there conveyor bracket. It's that easy. So conveyor bracket, description, well that's easy enough, isn't it? It's going to be a bracket. Now a lot of this is very self-explanatory. The standard that you're working to is going to be ISO, and the material, let's say it's steel, and the measurement there I'm not going to worry about too much, but in this particular case we're working in millimeters, so I would actually type in there mm for millimeters. Now you'll notice I can't type anything in there right now because I'm working to the ISO standard. Notice though, units each. That's why I can't put a measurement in there. So quantity 1, I'm not going to exclude it from the parts list, and I do want to attach the bill of materials of an external part assembly drawing if I click on attach here. Now I haven't actually got an external part assembly drawing, so I won't need to attach at all. Let's have a look at our settings now. What we've got there's all the information about our bill of materials settings for ISO. So this is based on a revision of ISO 7573 created in 1983. So there's all the information there. Item, numeric, description, text, material, text, and so on. This is actually leading more into database information. Now you don't need to worry about changing any of the defaults here. It's all in place already, such as there's your bill of materials, parts list, and balloons. It's all in place already. You don't need to worry about any of that because the styles are already there based on your ISO drafting standard. So I'm just going to hit cancel there, like so, and then I'm going to OK that. So you've got a little point there. Can you see that just there? That's my part reference. If I double click that, it takes me back into the part reference dialog. So I'll just OK that and leave it as it is. So what I'm going to do now is add another part reference here. So I click on the down arrow again, create. I'll select another point, so I'll just pick a point here, like so. It can be anywhere you like. Now this time the name will be conveyor bracket column. So make sure you spell it right, conveyor bracket column, like that. Description, column, I guess, just for argument's sake. And the standard again will be ISO, and the material will again be steel. And again, measurement is not required because it's units each. I could actually change that if I want to and go for square meters, quarts, liquid ounces, milliliters. I can do anything I like there if I want to. It could be millimeters if I wanted it to be, and I could then put a measurement in there quite happily. But I'm just going to leave them as each for now. So I'll go all the way back up to the top and each. Again, I'm not going to exclude it from the parts list, and I click on OK. So those two part references now are in the drawing. I can double click on that little node there, and there's my conveyor bracket column. So that information is now in place. So what you've done there is you've added two part references to your drawing. So if I now wanted to add a parts list, I could, and those parts would appear on that list. So what we're going to look at now as we go through the next few sections of this particular title is how we generate a bill of materials and parts lists based on these part references.